A cellular blackout leaves people in the dark.
And exciting news from the WSU men's basketball team. Murrow News 8 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Jasmine Brown. Good evening, I'm Jasmine Brown.
And I'm Promise Calloway. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
Ballots are due today for Pullman School District bond and levy measures. There are 3 propositions voters can consider when voting. To get a better idea of how your vote could affect the schools, Murrow News 8, Rachel Sun has the story.
On yard signs, you've seen it in the mail, but have you voted yet? I'm here at Lincoln Middle School, where proponents of a new $15 million bond say they're hoping the money can be used to reduce overcrowding issues. Currently, there's about 100 more students at the school than the facility was designed for, and that's causing some problems.
We run 3 lunches right in a row, and it runs through about 2.5 hours throughout the middle of the day. It's really tough on our building, tough on our custodians to be able to get things done.
Shannon Foch, Communication Director for the Pullman School District, said money from the bond would be used to add 8 classrooms, expand the common area, and improve the parking lot at Lincoln. It would also be used to add a new air filtration and cooling system to Lincoln, as well as Sunnyside, Jefferson, and Franklin elementary schools.
The HVAC upgrades are crucial. My daughter does have asthma. There are other kids that have breathing problems.
The ballot also includes 2 replacement levies. One, a 4-year enrichment levy, will cost residents $5.3 million per year and will go toward general school resources like libraries and school nurses. Another, for $200,000 per year, will go toward keeping school technology up to date. Ballots for the measures are due Tuesday and must be placed in ballot boxes or postmarked by 8 p.m. the same day. Rachel Sun, Murrow News 8.
The Moscow Pullman Daily News reported that Moscow Village Center Cinema will soon be the only movie theater in the area with reclining chairs. Sean Warner, Village Center Cinema's Chief Operating Officer, said that roughly 520 chairs in the 5 auditoriums at the Eastside Marketplace Theater will be removed and 265 black reclining chairs will replace them, hopefully by mid-March.
Governor candidate Joshua Freed visited WSU yesterday to strengthen his campaign and answer a few questions. He addressed homelessness in Washington and his opposition incumbent, Jay Inslee. The former mayor of Bothell also said Inslee talks a lot about climate change, but ignores the climate on the streets when it comes to the homeless issue.
Verizon customers were upset yesterday when their phones lost service. According to KHQ, there were 2,600 reports of outages around eastern Washington and northern Idaho. KHQ reached out to Verizon and they responded that there was a fiber issue and engineers are aware of the issue and are fixing it as fast as they can. And we can confirm that AT&T also had a service outage here in Pullman yesterday.
A former Spokane County deputy who was convicted of murdering his wife in 1996 was released from Rhode Island prison today. After 20 years, according to Creme, Tom DiBardolo told police in 1996 that 2 black men robbed them. However, evidence later proved that DiBartolo shot his wife and tried to cover it up by shooting himself. Spokane police are looking for information on the identification of 2 men caught stealing items from outside a garage in Spokane, Washington. KHQ reports that the 2 men stole 2 long guns, a propane torch, a red baseball cap. Spokane police are asking the community for any information. A Spokane man, Jeremy March, is trying to find help after 5 puppies were found inside a garbage bag. He is trying to care for one named Simba. Simba has Provo and needs antibiotics. March has started a fundraiser to help Simba. If you would like to donate, please visit Facebook to help save Simba.
Researchers in Tanzania can now determine if a dog was vaccinated for the rabies virus with a picture. The research team based out of Washington State University is working with Pip My Pet, a company that developed a mobile app that uses facial recognition to reunite lost pets with their owners. This new app will track which dogs were vaccinated for rabies. The start of a new decade in the United States marks the U.S. Constitution mandated administration of the U.S. Census, or in other words, the country's population. The WSU Library has a display that explains this year's census and its impact on the nation's residents. The display will be in the Terrell Library through February 14th.
We saw how the census has affected our library, but how has it affected the job market?
That story and more when Murrow News 8 returns.
Meds and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
The federal government is under pressure to hire and train around 500,000 door knockers and other temporary workers by this spring. Near record low employment is raising concerns the Census Bureau won't be able to find enough qualified temps. The accuracy of census information collected from historically undercounted groups relies largely on the Bureau's ability to staff up in a matter of months once a decade.
New Hampshire holds its first in-the-nation primary today after the Iowa caucus last week. Senator Amy Klobuchar won the most votes with 8 in total when a little more than 24 New Hampshire residents in 3 tiny townships casted their ballots shortly after midnight in Tuesday's first in-the-nation primary. Senator Bernie Sanders came in second with 4 votes.
According to CNN, 3 federal prosecutors have withdrawn from the case against longtime Donald Trump confidant Roger Stone after a decision by top Justice Department officials by reducing the government's recommended sentence against him. The decision came hours after Trump publicly criticized it, although prosecutors called for prison time for Stone in a revised filing Tuesday afternoon. Ultimately, the presiding judge in the case will have the final say on Stone's sentence. Is the sunshine here to stay, Lucy? How are we looking for this week?
Thanks, Promise. So yeah, today we had a beautiful sunny day, clear skies. It did get a little windy today, and the wind was up to like 16, 17 miles per hour today. So the high today was 45 degrees with a low of 30. We definitely had some strong winds, but clear blue skies all throughout the day. But today, we're going to see some clouds coming in tonight, and it's going to be so cloudy tomorrow. So tomorrow's high is 42 degrees, and the low is 30 degrees. So we're going to start to bundle up, and soon we're going to hit that rain and possible snow impact again this weekend. Here is our state map. As you can see, Olympia and Seattle, cloudy and rainy, normal. And then once we move into the central Washington, we see that it was sunny and partly cloudy. So it is warming up there, but sadly, eastern Washington, we are still a little cooler. It was sunny today, but it is going to slow down and start to be cold again. So for our 5-day forecast, we have clouds tomorrow, possible rain and snow on Thursday and Friday. And then on Saturday, we also have more snow. So grab your jackets and bundle up, you guys. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks so much, Lucy. A new athlete of the week has been named.
Who it is? Carmen Ditto has your sports when Murrow News 8 returns.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. Coug men's basketball sits tied with Oregon for 8th in the Pac-12 right now after defeating UW on Sunday. Sophomore CJ Elby snagged the career-high 34 points and went 10 for 10 at the free throw line. Obviously, an Apple Cup win is satisfying, but it meant a little extra to Elby, a product of Seattle.
Obviously, I can speak for myself, and I'm sure Noah can say the same. Is UW was always, one of those schools growing up we wanted to go to. But we made our way to this side of the state, and I couldn't be more happy being here.
And the Elby show continues. After his performance on Sunday, he's been named Pac-12 Athlete of the Week for the second time this season. This makes him the only Coug since Klay Thompson in 2009 to win the award more than once in a single season. He currently sits at second place in the conference for points scored so far this year, trailing Oregon senior guard Peyton Pritchard by only 12 points. And over in women's hoops, things are a little rougher for the Cougs. They took a 78-66 loss to the Utes Sunday, shooting nearly 38% from the field. However, the bench alone did put up 29 points. Coach Cammie Etheridge said they should have adjusted earlier on. The team heads into the desert this upcoming weekend to take on number 19 ASU and number 12 Arizona. They have yet to beat a ranked opponent. And that's all I've got for you for sports. Back to you, Promise.
Thank you, Carmen. There's a new challenge on the rise involving something in your house.
You won't want to miss this when Murrow News 8 returns. People are now finding out that brooms can stand up all on their own. Videos were posted showing people standing their brooms up after a fake story from NASA went out explaining how brooms could stand up based on the position of the Earth. But many people soon realized it's just a matter of balance.
Jasmine, I know what I'm doing when I get home. I think I'm going to try the broom challenge just to hop on the trend.
You know, I've seen footage, but I haven't actually done it myself.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching tonight.
To stay up to date, be sure to follow us on social media at nwpb.com. Have a great night.